How would you like to simply change a company ticker and get all of the dividend data that you need to make some great investment decisions? In this video, I'm gonna share with you how you can get all of the dividend data that you need on your Excel or Google Sheets spreadsheet so that you can track and identify the best dividend investment opportunities. And if you stay until the end of the video, I'm also going to share with you free templates that you can use and download to make better investments faster. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you is how to get the dividend yield of a particular company. Don't worry, this is going to get more complex as we go along in the video, and I'm going to show you more advanced techniques. But first, let's start with the basics. So to get the company's dividend yield, we're going to be using this function called the WISE function, and this comes from WISE Sheets. And all we need to do is just follow the prompts that are found right here. So first, we have the symbol that we need to enter. So in this case, we're going to do this for a company that everybody knows, Apple. And then we need to enter the parameter. So in this case, the parameter is going to be the dividend yield. So we're going to enter this, and now it's going to ask us for a period, and we can also get this information quarterly as well. For the period, the one that I recommend the most is TTM. And this is gonna take the dividend yield based on the current stock price and the latest dividend payments that were made for the last 12 months. So this is why I think this is the best metric, because you can easily compare it with other companies. Once you have that, you're gonna click enter. And as you can see, very quickly, you're going to get the number right here. You can, of course, always turn it into a decimal, and then you can always change the company ticker or any of the parameters later on. Now, for those that are more advanced, you may have a list of companies like this, along with their names. And what you want is to find the dividend yield for all these different companies at once. You can follow the exact same process. So in this case, for symbols, what we're gonna select is the whole list of symbols instead of just one. And then the parameter is dividend yield. You can enter it right here as we did before, or you can select it from another cell. And then after that, the period is going to be TTM as well. We can also change it to another one if we wanted. So for example, let's say that we want to do this for 2020. We can just simply enter 2020. And as you can see, you're gonna get all the information right here. You can also do this on a quarterly basis as well. So in this case, let's say 2020 Q1. As you can see, the data automatically updates. But again, TTM is probably the best way to compare companies when it comes to the dividend yield. Now, of course, once you have the data like this, the beauty about WISE Sheets is that it's automatically built into Excel. So you can go ahead, select the data, click on charts, and boom, just like this, you can create a powerful chart to help you visualize the data. And this is something that you can apply to any of the dividend data that I'm gonna show you how to get in this video. I'm gonna show you how to get the entire dividend history of a company. So in this case, what we need again is the ticker. We can just keep it simple, and then I'm also going to show you how you can get dividend data for international companies. Well, let's just keep it simple for now. If we want to get the entire dividend history of a particular company, then in this case we need to use a different function. So this is going to be the WISE price function, again, that comes from WISE Sheets. And then it's going to ask us what is the symbol that we want, and then it's going to ask us what is the parameter that we want. In this case, because we want the entire thing, we're going to just say dividend. And if you capitalize or don't capitalize or add spaces here, it doesn't matter. It automatically picks up the right information, so you don't have to worry about this. And then the cool thing about this is if we wanted to, we could have a start date. So give me the dividend history from this date until this other date. Or if we just leave it empty, it's going to give us the entire dividend history of a company. So if I click enter, you can see that the data is found right here, and we have this different columns. So we have the declaration date, payment date, adjusted dividend, and the date. So in this manner, we can see the entire dividend history of a particular company and apply any calculations that we want. If we want to do this for international companies, the exact same concept applies, except we need to use the Yahoo Finance ticker system. So let's say we want to analyze and get dividend data for a company called TELUS. They're a big telecommunication company right here in Canada. The ticker system in this case is T.to, and you can find this on Yahoo Finance, or if you have the White Sheets add-in, you can just type in the company or the company name, and then here you're gonna see that we have TELUS Corporation. The TSX, which is the Canadian listing, is T.to, so this would be the ticker to use. Or you can use this function builder that comes automatically on the add-on as well. So in this case, let's say that we wanted to build this from scratch, so we would do TELUS, and then we pick the Canadian one, so this one right here, and then it's gonna ask us what do we want. Well, we want the dividend history. So in this case, we can see here is the dividend history, and then it's gonna ask us, do we want it for all the dates or specific dates? Let's now do this for specific dates just to show you how this works. So let's say we wanted to start September 2023 and all the way until now. We can just copy this function, and then we can just paste it on one of these cells. And as you can see, it's gonna give us the data just from this particular date. Now let's move into a more advanced example. So in this case, we have the dividend yield. What we can also do is, why don't we get the dividend yield, and we also want dividend that was paid in the last 12 months. So what we could do is just enter this. And then in this function, we can just modify it. So we already have the list of companies that we want. We already know that we want dividend yield. We can extend this right here to the dividend as well. And we want this information on a TTM basis. So if I click enter, the beauty about this is that it's going to give me the dividend yield, and it's going to give me the dividend that was paid in the last 12 months. So as you can see in this case, if the company doesn't pay a dividend, it's going to show as unavailable. Now I'm going to get rid of this chart, but I could also chart this new information that we have here. But I'm going to show you another thing that people really want. So in this case, sometimes people really want, instead of getting the entire dividend history like you can see right now, what if we just wanted the latest payment? So what you can do in that case is use the function that I'm going to show you, so you can get this dividend payment only. So in that case, we're going to keep it the same as dividend. I'm just going to make the function from scratch, but in this case we have Wise. We're going to select the list of symbols. By the way, you can select up to 1000 tickers at the time currently, and this number may be expanded by the time you see this video, so just keep that in mind. We're going to select dividend, and in this case the period that we're going to enter is LQ, and LQ is the latest quarter. But when it comes to getting dividend data on Excel and Google Sheets, it works exactly the same. LQ is programmed to return the latest dividend payment. So if I do this, you will see is 0.25. If I change the ticker back to Apple right here, you can see that this number is 0.25, and that is the number that we get. And so with this, what we could do is calculate an annualized dividend. And so we know, for example, that Apple pays quarterly, so we could take this quarterly dividend and then multiply by 4 quarters in a year, and this is roughly what we could expect in terms of annual dividend payments for this particular companies. If you want, you can also get the adjusted dividend amount that you can see right here. So in this case, instead of dividend, all we need to do is change this parameter right here to adjusted dividend. Everything else remains the same. The formula updates, and now we have the same numbers that you can see right here. Now I'm gonna show you some advanced uses of the function. So as you can see in this case, now we have the different dates right here, and we have the dividend data. But what if we wanted to get like the sum of the dividends for this particular time period? This is where it gets a little bit tricky. So let me just remove this, and we're going to move this right here, and this is the data that we currently have. Okay, so first thing that we need to do is to get let's say we want to get it for the dividend, and we want to get the sum of these numbers in one single column. We need to put some functions together to be able to do that. So one of the best functions that you can use to get dividend data right now is the index function, and this allows you to basically slice the data in pretty much any way that you want. So in this case, you can see the function right here. So the array is going to be the function that we already have from White Sheets, and then as it's gonna ask us what row do you want. So in this case, we want this entire column, so we don't need to specify in a specific row. The column is going to be the column 1, 2. So it's going to be the second column of this particular table. We close the bracket, click enter, and now we only get this particular column. And let's say that now we want to get the sum. Well, the beauty about Y-Sheets is that because it integrates with Excel extremely well, and the same applies to Google Sheets, you can just apply the sum function to be able to get the sum. So this is what the sum is. You can also apply other formulas like average and whatnot. Now with this information, you can slice and dice the data any way you want. So let's say that we want the latest. This date represents the X date. So let's say that we want to get the latest date from here. Pretty soon is going to be automatically built into Y-Sheets, but for now, one of the things that you can do is select, okay, we want row 1 and we want row 2. So this will be 1 and then 2, and then we want this for the first column, and then we can just simply close the bracket. And as you can see, now we have the X date, and we can apply this to all of the different data that's available from the dividend history. Now with this information, you can build some truly impressive models to be able to track and identify dividend investment opportunities. So this one I really like. This is called the fund comparison template, but you can apply it to just stocks as well. But what this is using all these different functions that you can see right here. In this case, it retrieves the name, price, changes percentage, blah, blah, blah. And it uses dividend data to be able to calculate the compounded growth rate and the total return of a particular index or stock, like I said, on a 1-year basis, 3-year basis, 5-year basis, and even year to date. So as you can see, the way that it's doing that is because over here, we are pulling in dividend data, and we're using the exact same functions that I show you, except a little bit differently to be able to get the information that we need for different time periods. So in this case, that's how you get it from a year-to-date basis. In this case, this is how you get it for 1 year and then 5 years. You can see that what I'm doing is just putting formulas together to be able to retrieve the data. And then based on that data, we do something similar with the price to get the historical price. And together we can compute the compounded annual growth rate or the total return for these different time periods right here. Beauty about this is in this case, we are using index funds, so we can see which index funds have outperformed or underperformed another index. So in this case, the baseline is the Vanguard 500 index fund. So you can see that only a few ETFs outperform this, but you can apply the same to stocks. So in this case, let's say that I wanted to do it for Apple right here. So I just changed the company ticker, and there you go. Now we can see the information, and as you can see, Apple actually outperformed the S&P 500, and we were able to identify this very quickly using this template. These templates are completely free to use. Even if you have a Y-Sheets trial account, you don't have to worry about any cost for this. So you can see, if you go to templates, you will see all of the different templates right here. So this is the one that I had, where you can download all these different templates for free. The one that we're gonna look at next is the portfolio tracker and the dividend payment analysis. The dividend payment analysis template is very simple. It takes the functions that I show you how to use, and it's using them in this specific way. And all you need to do with this template is just change the company ticker. All of the functions automatically update, and there you go. You can have your calculations, and you can very easily use this to do dividend discount models or any kind of dividend valuation model. And lastly, we have the portfolio tracker template. So in this case, you enter, or you can change all the different companies right here. You can add more if you want as well. And using the formulas that I show you, it's able to retrieve all of the dividend data, the price data that you need. And then from here, all of the different charts update. So if I change this to another company, so in this case, let's just go Walmart, you can see the formulas automatically update, all of the data changes, and you can easily keep track of your portfolio. Now you know how to get all the dividend data that you need on your Excel or Google Sheets spreadsheet. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.